Wake County Commissioners approved a resolution during their November 18, 2013 meeting to approve the name of the county's newest high school in Southeast Raleigh in honor of the late Vernon Malone, a former commissioner and educator. Malone served on the board from 1984 through 2002, during which time he was chair from 1990 to 94 and from 1998 to 1999. Mr. Malone also served on the Wake County Board of Education, where he was instrumental in the merger of the city and county school systems during the late 70s. The Vernon Malone College and Career Academy is expected to open this August. Joining us today to talk about the new school is Commissioner Dr. James West. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Dr. West, how did the idea of naming this school after Mr. Malone come about?
Actually, Eric, the genesis of all of this came from several sources. I made contact with some community leaders in the African American community when we learned about the possibility of this high school being in Southeast Raleigh on Wilmington Street. And we toured the facility and we talked about it. Keith Sutton, former chair of the board, was on that particular tour. And also talked to David Cook a little bit about the whole idea of an advisory committee, because the community, especially the Garner Road redevelopment project, had been looking at the community college coming in, had been looking at different skill sets, as well as looking at training opportunities, because the community college will be in there in the evening. So we thought it was an idea to connect the community to this whole concept. Now, following that, Keith and I actually talked with some civic organizations, and the reaction was very, very positive, a lot of pride, et cetera, et cetera. And also, one day, David Cook, former county manager, Harvey Smith with the chamber, Keith and I were meeting, and we talked in detail about the idea. And then I kind of took the lead to talk informally with all of the county commissioners, trying to make sure that we had the support of everyone. So that's basically how the idea got started.
Dr. West, when it was then the John W. Ligon High School before integration, it was the only high school named after an African American in Wake County. What does this mean, do you think, for Southeast Raleigh?
Well, Eric, in the context of Ligon, which was once a high school, there was a lot of controversy about the naming, but the school board has a policy, and it just happened that in this particular case, this is a school that the county will build and a school that's owned by the county. So I think it created a great opportunity to look at the history, the pride that people have, the symbolic nature of this situation, and the mere fact that I guess Ligon as a high school was a loss to the community. And it's very important that we keep looking at our history. Someone said if we don't look at our history and stay abreast of it, we will live it in a negative way. So I think this particular school facility came at the right time, and I think it met several needs. In particular, I think the whole idea of the legacy and hope and enlightenment and those opportunities, those things that Vernon Malone truly stood for. And the other thing that I think that is important, that it validates so many things that we have been talking about, that if you do the right thing, if you seek excellence and try to make society better, that you will be recognized for it. And I think that really does pave the way for a lot of hope in the community, and I just think it's an ideal thing. And I think the final piece relates to sometimes the gap that exists, particularly in this particular community. This is somewhat of a low wealth area, and we've been talking about job skill development, we've been talking about training, we have a lot of plans, some have not reached their fruition, and I think that what this has done, it has created an opportunity for hope and enlightenment for many to come, and also to move many out of isolation into the mainstream, because right now we do have a tremendous gap. We're talking about income inequality, economic inequality, and a school like this with the community college there gives us a great opportunity to do some things that will make the whole county a better area and a better place to live.
Dr. James West, Wayne County Board of Commissioners, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.